The vintage music scene didn't arrive out of nowhere. These amazing shellac records in front of me are the core of the vintage music scene. These amazing, fragile, and sometimes very rare recordings have what is built this scene. These splendid discs, made predominantly out of shellac, entertain us, amuse us, keep us happy, build empires among one another, create friendships, correspondence. Every now and again, in order to do that, you have to do what is necessary behind the scenes to keep these great recordings clean. So I've devised a project in this program here for the PCU, the Phonograph Collectors Union. We here are a band of collectors from all the corners of the world. So the records we're going to be cleaning are going to be coming at you very soon. So grab yourself something to eat. Perhaps you can learn a thing or two from this. And thirdly, this method is going to be fairly cheap. You can use more expensive methods with a bit of research. However, what I've done and put together is not an expensive method. So if you're going to be complaining, then complain to somebody else. Right. So the water is warm. Just grab it with my hand and place it on the record surface. Now, what I'll do is just get a little bit on a finger here. Now just spread it around. So be careful about some of the record labels, especially those of the smaller label variety. You know, some of them can be damaged by water exposure. And also, if you see a record looks nice and all, take an inspection of it. If you jump blindly, you're either going to be, very happy or disappointed about your acquisition. And yeah, that side is done. So rinse it off. Got all this gunk on it. So just stuff like that. Now, some advocates say, use cold water, it's not going to hurt the record. If you use slightly lukewarm water, it's going to be alright, as well as warm, However, if you use really hot, it's going to, cause a problem. It's got the other side here now. So quickly go in a circular motion. Never do side to side like that. Do a circular motion from one side of the disc to the other. And there we go. Oops, rinse this one off. Now, for drying, you can use a couple of things. You can use, like a tea rag, a jar, and tea towel, whatever. And you got to, or you can use like a disposable paper towels or toilet paper. Don't get it directly from your loo. Anyway, just the first one there is done. So, anyway, the other things you've got to do is just put this aside to dry itself off. so. And we got the MGM. Anyway, what you've got to do now is obviously the same, just move it like that. Usually you might want to also establish a rinse point where you get all the suds and crap and whatever to one particular spot. Just close that side again, rinse this off. I just gotta, do the same for this one. This one is only moderately grubbing, so you're not going to be going too aggressive. I have come across records where they're completely caked in rubbish, complete gunge, mud, dust, dirt, whatever. Even came across a record that was covered in wax, like candle wax. There was a guy who's not alive anymore who advocated for that and reduced the surface noise. I tried it myself, but found it to be quite messy. Anyway. Yeah. Now, with the type of scrubbing brush you may wonder what you want is like a, to go in specifically, like the sort of ones you'd use to, like scrub tiles, those sorts of things. If your supermarket doesn't have it, go to, like a cleaning shop or something like that. Those sorts of things. Anyway, that one is now done. Into the onto the final one. Obviously just get some water on that, spread it around. It doesn't have to be too exact. The interesting thing about this particular one is that it was sold in New Zealand, but it was pressed in Australia. I've come across a few New Zealand pressed recordings, but however I've noted that those ones tend to be the later variety, ones of the 1940s and 50s sort of demeanor. You can go a little aggressive on more dirtier records. I just find like so, and Now I've got to get the crap off this other one. Now the specific spot I'm going to be putting a bit of that on there. I'm going to be bringing you to have a look. So it's right there. That's the main spot. It's leaving a sort of tinge colour. Anyway, just gotta put this on. Give this a rinse. Just put two on of it and let's see. Just need to get some more paper and I'll be getting this off. Let's see. It's kind of a bit oily. Anyway, now, if you come across a record with a tax stamp, like this one has on this side and the other side as well, I like them on these records. You know, they give it a little bit more definition. You know, you get to, see the dealer tag, and some of them even have dealer tags like locations, like actual addresses and things of that demeanor. This record is nice and shiny, and let's see, we can show you. But you see how that's nice and shiny? You don't see any residue or problems. So just place them all aside. Put these in the corner. Just put this cap on. Get all the excess soap out. If you intend to reuse a lot of your things, then that will look after them. Just and hang all down with a paper. And all that. Just place the suds in there, as well as this stuff. And also the other thing about sleeves is that if you can find like a brush, not one of these brushes, like a sort of like a dusting brush, you can see if you can get any bits of gunge out of it. And if you're wondering what you do with your towel and whatever's these, throw these in a bin or flush them down a toilet. This brush, put it somewhere secure. You know, it's one of the more major things. Also, you have to let these things dry a little bit more. You know, sort of if you can find a really stable table and put something just above the spindle, and you can have the record like this, have something that's just about there, keep it on a nice even thing. Make sure nobody knocks it down, and keep an eye on the things. So the center dry the spot properly. Just that's better. Anyway, obviously you have to do a big old final inspection before you put these like that, and then sleeve them again. Let's see this other side. Well, that's it. Hope you got something from that in regards to all this. It's taken about a quarter of an hour to do so. Ultimately, you can get more time it's going to take. This is just a general idea of what happens. These are just some particular records that I actually don't mind. I mentioned to you in regards to drying records, I dried them down with, I think it was a bit of paper towel. Now, to dry them even further, what you've got to do is find something just large enough that keeps the record off of a surface and away from anything that's rocky, you know. My Fanola doesn't shake around too much, so this will do. So what you've got to do is just pick up the record. Don't have nails, so I can't do it one-handedly. Then just place this on the center, like so. Leave it to dry, and a little something interesting you might want to have a look at. Somebody's name. I got a few records like that. Interesting stuff. One involving a Glenn Miller and a 20s era Columbia and some other one. I like these sort of things. They make a record sound a bit more, give a bit more of a personal touch to them. Anyway, that's just a little bit more on drying, like so. Now I shall give you something good to listen to very soon. Now that you have learned a thing or two, hopefully that can help you. Now here I'm going to be playing a record. I actually made a video of it a while back, but I made a few mistakes. So I'm going to be leaving you with the music of David Rose and his orchestra, here doing Harlem Nocturne for all of you. So, let's bring the camera